Welcome to episode 1 of the AOF Fragment, a new podcast I will be starting. And today's guest is very special. I'm not going to say anything, I'm just going to bring it right in.
Well, hello. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
I'm so excited.
Have you ever been on a podcast before?
Never. Like, Mom and I have talked about it. Like, we'll have a long car ride and we'll have really good conversations and we'll be like, this would have been great on a podcast.
Well, now we're here.
Now we're here.
Maybe she'll be a guest one day.
Probably.
Shout out Maritza.
Shout out, Mom.
All right. So
love you, girl.
How would you introduce yourself to the people watching?
Oh, intros. I haven't had to do that since like school.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Savannah Soto. I'm 23, Angel's girlfriend. My career, I'm a fitness trainer, so I'm in the fitness industry. I've been doing that for about 2 years. I don't know.
She's the best at it.
My entire personality is kind of just like fitness and music, and that's pretty much it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Should we start by how we met?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I DM'd her on her birthday, and she replied, "Thank you, very dry." So I was like, okay. And then we were both in Miami for High Rocks, but we didn't see each other. But after the fact, I had reached out.
It was still dry because I was at a point in my life when he was texting me that I just was like, men, absolutely not. I'm single. Like, I'm loving having my me time.
I had asked her when her next upcoming race is, and then it actually happened to be, what would you call it?
A High Rock simulation in Philly.
At Arena. First time I seen her, I gave her a high five as we ran by each other.
His videos were always on my Instagram, but I would just like and, move on like regular Instagram. And so then when you texted about Arena, we had a conversation about that. So then when I saw him at Arena, we had like little eye contact. And then at the very end, we were all kind of in the same group. Like, I had walked past Angel and I was like, so how'd you do?
Yeah, and like, I think I was untying my shoes and I just hear her and look up and I was like, I wasn't expecting her to come up to me first. I was gonna go up to her, but I was just gathering myself before I did it, and she beat me to it.
He was trying to get up the braveness.
Yeah, yep.
Beat you to it.
Yeah.
Beat you to it, yeah.
And then after that, we ended up going to Ladder, right? One of the bars around there. But we didn't really talk. I ended up leaving around, I think it was like pushing 1 a.m.
Yeah, it was like midnight.
I just straight DM'd her name.
I had just laid in bed. He DMs me, Savannah. So I'm gonna DM back Angel. He was like, when can we get a run in?
Yeah.
And of course, I'm never gonna turn down a workout with a friend. So we haven't stopped hanging out since.
Literally.
That was back in May or April.
How would you rate my Riz?
For me, it was more like that first track hangout. Like, I had zero expectations. I was just expecting to get a workout in and probably never see him again.
I respect it.
The amount of things that we had in common was just weird. Like, it was freaky. Like,
oddly.
It was freaky.
It did not feel like we just met.
That's like it felt really comfortable, like off the bat. Yeah. We ended up wearing the same exact outfit to meet at the track. And it was just like, I don't know, little things that just like fit in a puzzle. That's just what it felt like.
Yep.
Yeah.
When did we hang out next after that?
Yeah, and then we did another track workout. We went to do a lift together, and then we had like an actual dinner date.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun. We went bowling, we had dinner. I beat his butt so bad in bowling. And I was almost like, oh my God.
It was embarrassing.
This is a little embarrassing for him. But then he regained himself because on the car ride home, he knew every single word to Favorite Crime by Olivia Rodrigo. And that's like top tier song.
Yeah.
So
what were your first impressions?
When I first saw him at Arena, I'm big on eye contact. So when I like went up to you, I don't know, it was just like looking in your eyes, like it felt like genuine. We didn't even have like a big conversation, but I just felt like an overall like really genuine vibe.
Yeah.
Like your aura was just felt really nice. So then after that, after the first track hangout, I still felt that just like really genuine, and like you had a good heart, and you knew how to keep the conversation going, and just we had everything in common. So my first impression was I was surprised. But I set zero expectations because I don't like being let down. So it was just like zero expectations, but he exceeded them. So
I would say my first impressions when I looked up from tying my shoes and I just see these big brown eyes saying hi, and then her bright smile, I almost froze up. But I would say my actual first impression was looking at her Instagram, and the first thing that caught my eye, besides your beauty, was how close you were with your mom.
Aww.
So knowing that we would have that in common was something that stuck out for me.
That is important, because that's something that people surprisingly don't have.
Yeah.
Like, I know a lot of people in my life that are not close with their parents, and like every day when I'm just like laughing with mom, like I am really grateful, because it's so special.
A lot of people don't have it.
Yeah.
We're going on 4 months, and we're going to talk about things that have been working for us. And I would say the number one thing is communication, whether it's communicating the smallest things or something very important.
Yeah, communication 100%. Just like he said, like the tiniest thing, if you're feeling any type of way about anything, say it, just voice it. There's no reason to hold something in or think twice about talking about how you feel.
Right. And none of us are mind readers either.
Yeah.
Like if something's going on and I can't tell, I'm never going to know unless you say it.
Yeah.
We do a very good job of realizing that it's us two versus the problem, not us versus each other and the problem.
Yeah.
And that's really just been working for us. Another thing that's been working that I feel like a lot of people don't take into consideration is alone time. Your alone time is very important, and it's very important that the other person understands that.
Yeah, and especially like our background of our career, he's constantly working with people, having conversations in that output mode, and so am I. I'm constantly using every single ounce of energy that I have to lead a great workout. We both can understand and come eye to eye, and like when it's time, we're like, all right, I think I need a second alone.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, oh, why? Or getting into that defense mode, you have to understand.
There's been plenty of times where even if we did hang out and we both needed alone time, where we just sit and do whatever we got going on without talking.
Yeah.
And just being in each other's presence is enough for us, and it should be for you and your partner. Can you tell the viewers where you're an instructor at?
Yes, so I teach at 3 different studios. I'm an Orange Theory coach. I'm a body rock instructor, which is reformer Pilates. And then I also teach heated mat classes at another studio called Sculpt. I always thought I was going to be a teacher, like an education teacher. I wanted to teach 3rd, 4th grade. That's what I went to school for. I got my associates, and out of college, I went into a teaching program called City Year, and I worked with 4th graders for a full school year.
How was that?
And I knew after that I was never doing it again. Yeah, it was great for me. My favorite part was working on the emotional and like the social, that aspect. But as far as like trying to teach them math and they don't care, I don't know. It was really tough. And I was living in Philly. I was working with the inner city kids, so it was definitely a great experience, but I just knew this wasn't what I was meant to do. When I was living in Philly, I became a member at Orange Theory. So that was actually how I started getting into fitness. I started with Orange Theory. I hated running before Orange Theory taught me how to run. And so then after I finished my teaching program, it was time to decide, like, am I going to continue or should I move back home? Like, what should I do? So I ended up applying at an Orange Theory, and I started working there as front desk, and then they were talking to me about getting my personal training certification, and I did that, and I've been coaching since, and now it's just like, what's next? What's next? What's next? Like, there's so many levels to it.
What do you love about it the most?
I've always loved the leading. In school, I always wanted to not be the teacher's pet, but like I wanted to be the one.
You were answering all the questions and volunteering.
I would volunteer. Like, I loved leading a class and kids, but then they weren't listening to me, so it got really frustrating, and it drained my energy so much, where I got into teaching adults in fitness.
Right.
And I love how it's literally changing their lives.
Right.
Like, I think that's my favorite part. I have members who I am now able to do this when I couldn't do it before. I am sleeping better at night. I lost 10 pounds and I feel incredible. Like those.
That type of impact probably feels amazing.
It feels incredible. Movement, I always say, is the best medicine. If you have a healthy diet, if you are moving your body in the way you should, a lot of problems will go away.
Yeah. Do you ever get burnt out?
What? Yeah. I mean, he knows I right now I'm struggling trying to find a balance. So I coach 25 classes minimum a week. I'm also in marathon training right now. I have family, boyfriend, dog, people to give my energy to. So it's honestly been once a month I'm reaching burnout. And right now I'm working through that, trying to learn how to not hit that burnout point, because it's challenging when there's so much that I want to do in a week, in a day. Yeah. And I don't know my limit yet. But I mean, we're 23, like this is where we learn.
Right.
So yeah, I reach burnout quite often. You come from such a high when you finish teaching a workout class, when you finish a really good workout, I'm like on a high, and then I'll just keep going. And then by the end of the day or by the end of the week, I'm like, oh my God, I like can't even pick up my phone. I'm so fatigued. So that's where I'm trying to find the balance of like, all right, what's going to work for me that I'm not reaching burnout once a month.
And it's also trying to not think in a mindset that if I'm not constantly doing something, that doesn't mean I'm taking steps backwards.
And that's my problem.
Yeah.
It feels like when we're sitting at home doing nothing, like you're wasting time, like you're losing progress. And that's just a mindset that I'm trying to train myself to get out of, because it's so toxic.
Yeah, it is.
It's so toxic, because none of that's true.
Right.
You're not wasting time. You're giving your body the rest that you need.
Because in my mind, I almost can't just do nothing, because in my head I'm thinking of ideas or things that I know is coming up and things like that.
Like the brain is constantly working. Like I'm sitting down and I'm trying to rest, and I'm like, oh, that's a really good idea for a routine. Let me write that down. And then I start working. And then I'm in a loophole, and then I'm getting up, and then I'm like, all right, maybe I should try and do this workout. Like it's just always something.
What is your opinion of rest? Because I feel like people think of rest as sleeping, when it doesn't always have to be like that.
So I hit a really bad burnout. Was that last week?
Yeah, last week.
Last week, I was in isolation mode to the point where
she went to the beach by herself.
By myself, canceled all of my plans. It was just so bad to a point I didn't want to. I wasn't even listening to music in my car. Like that's crazy, because I listen to music all the time. But it got really bad to a point, and after that, I was resting on the beach. I wasn't sitting there doing 10 crunches, 20 crunches. I wasn't sitting there like thinking about work. I finished my book. I closed my eyes, like I just rested. And then the rest of this week, I got coverage for classes because I knew I didn't have the energy to teach them. I rested. Resting for me was I started a puzzle. I was taking Milo on walks. I was baking. That to me is my form of rest. Yeah. Where you can shut your brain off and do something. Yeah.
That also goes back to communication and being understanding of how your partner feels, because she needed a day. She needed to be isolated, and that was completely okay. It's a part of just understanding what that person is going through and being okay with that, and knowing that it isn't forever. They just need some time to rejuvenate. And you want to hope that when that happens to you, the other person is like that and is understanding of what you're going through.
Yeah. So communication, that's what it leads back to.
Yeah, communication is key, and just learn from every experience. Yeah. Because we're only 3-4 months in, and we're still learning how to be a part of each other's lives while balancing everything else we have in our busy lives. Yeah. But going back to rest, we need to understand that that doesn't mean sitting on the couch. It doesn't mean going for a walk instead of a run. It could literally mean anything that just takes your brain off of stuff that you're doing every day.
And if it is sleeping, then it is sleeping. Because I mean, I was sleeping a lot.
Yep. It could be taking a nap. It could be reading a book. For instance, today we went kayaking this morning, and that's something I normally don't do, but I took that as rest. So you mentioned you're in marathon training.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What marathon you got going on?
Got the Honolulu Marathon.
Yeah.
Woo! Hawaii together.
Yeah.
December. This will be my first ever full marathon.
So tell them a little bit about your running history so far.
Yeah, so like I mentioned before, I hated running. High school, you would not catch me running. Once I joined Orange Theory is really great with intervals. So they're heart rate based interval training. So when you're on the treadmill, you'll have a 30-second run, you'll have a 1-minute walk, right? Every day's a little different. So when I kept going to Orange Theory, I was noticing that it was easier to run for a minute now when I could barely run for 30 seconds. And it like kind of got me addicted to going to class because it was like, oh my God, I was able to now run at a 6.2 when I could barely do that before. Once I started really getting into that, my mom always did 5K races. So I then started joining her on those races. And then I was like, wait, this is, because I'm very competitive. So there's like a competition aspect, and not with other people, but with yourself. And it's like, I can do that faster if I work a little bit harder for this. So it just like kind of kept going. So then I did my first half marathon, which is 13.1 miles last summer. And I did, I think 4 more since then. And I'm like, all right, I've done a half marathon. I feel like I just have to full send it and do a full.
It just has to be in a cool location like Hawaii.
And that was the thing. I'm like, okay, if I'm going to put myself through 26.2 miles, it's going to be somewhere cool.
Yeah, somewhere with a good view.
Somewhere with a good view that I can just disassociate for 26 miles. Yeah. And so we decided on Honolulu.
Yep. We're going to be there for a little over a week, right? Do you have a time goal?
Honestly, no. I would love to be under 4.
Yeah.
But I mean, then again, like no pressure.
Can you elaborate on what balance is like for you in a way of still having time for yourself, having fun, but still staying locked in on work and your goals and family time?
I'm really big on like, I'm going to do what I want to do. You are your top priority, so you need to do what's best for you. So if it's a Tuesday and I have work and I feel my energy's low, I'm not going to make plans with someone when I know I have a workout to do for myself. I still have energy that I need to have for my night classes. And I'm still learning this, but I'm learning that I have to listen to my body. I have to listen to myself, and I have to listen to what is going to make me feel the best.
A key that I took from what she just said is that you can't be good and fully present for other people until you take care of yourself.
Point blank period.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because everybody's so focused on how the other person's going to take it or what you're not doing for them. But if you're not doing everything that you need for yourself, you can't be there for that person.
Yeah.
And it might seem selfish, but at the end of the day, it's really not.
And if you have good people around you, they'll understand.
Yeah. And it's also, you don't want to show up for the people that you love not being able to be 100% for whatever the occasion is. You're better off canceling and getting yourself together and rescheduling and it being 10 times more fun.
And that's honestly something I just learned. Like, because like this whole winter, like I was making plans after work. I was making plans the past 3 months. I've had plans every single weekend. And it literally pushed me to a point where I'm like, I need to not do this anymore.
Right. Then like you're just stretched out too much. I have one more question before we end.
Okay.
What are 3 things that are non-negotiables for you to have a happy life?
Ooh, it's a good one. I routinely journal, and I have a really busy mind. My mind is constantly on run mode, so it gets really like, oh my God, like anxiety inducing. So with my journal, I just brain dump. I won't even make sense in my sentences, but I've noticed that after I brain dump or after I find a prompt on Pinterest and just like let my thoughts out, I feel not 100% better, but I do feel better. And that's something that I've been doing for the past like 4 years. So if you feel like that, I would say pick up a journal and just brain dump. 2, definitely your you time. If I don't have my alone time, if I don't have time to do the things that I like to do alone, my brain isn't in the right space.
Just like, cooked.
Yeah. And my last one, I'd have to say, would be to literally live life. It's so easy to sit in your house, to stay on your phone, to get into the same old loop. You work, you eat dinner, you go to sleep. Wake up, rinse and repeat. Plan things. Find something to do that's free near you, local. Just like experience life. There's so much to do in this world instead of being on your phone and watching everyone else do it. I say yes to everything.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't think I've ever regretted an experience, even if it was a scary one. You still like, I'm still here to tell the stories. So I 100% say yes.
Always know you can make the best out of any situation.
Yes, that is so
always
true.
up to you. Whatever you want to take from it is up for you, and you always take the good.
Yeah.
It'll make every situation, no matter how bad it is, better.
Yep. Your turn.
So for me, my everyday job is to create for other people. But when I first started, it wasn't a job. It was just something that I enjoyed to do. But as I became so busy, I lost that side of me. So to me, creating for myself or just for the love of the game is peace, and it makes me happy. For example, this podcast. It was just an idea, and now we're here. So that's the first answer. My second one would be giving back or interacting with people and just being positive. Whether you're at the grocery store and see somebody with a cool hat and you give them a compliment, or giving somebody that's homeless some money, I would say that's
a good one.
Is a really good feeling. You never know what little thing you said or gave to somebody, how it has an impact on their life.
That is so true.
Yeah, that's something that I feel as though everybody should try. Get outside their comfort zone and give back in any way that you see fit.
Because there have been times when I've been having a bad day and I'll go to the store and someone just makes like a little nice comment. And it honestly will change my entire mood. Like, it's so important. Just interact with people.
Right. That's
like,
what we're meant to be doing.
Yeah, not meant to be here on our phone in bed.
My third one would probably, it's simple, but it would just be working out or going for a run.
And find your own version of, you may hate running, and that is totally okay. Try out a Pilates class. You may hate Pilates. Go to yoga. They're like, just try if you
Get some roller skates.
Get some roller skates. Roller skating is actually fun. There's so many different, like if you take anything from this video, it's just go out and try something new. Get out of your comfort zone.
Think of a color. 3, 2, 1.
Orange. Damn it. Come on, man. That would have been crazy.
Damn, orange.
That was just the first color that came to mind.
Pick a number, 1 out of 10. 3, 2, 1,
7.
4. I was gonna say 7.
Come on, man. Well, you should have.
Well, thank you for being my first guest on the podcast.
Thanks for inviting me. This was a lot of fun.
And thank you guys for watching.
Bye. See you next time.